interview, we're talking about pets. And I am a pet lover. I've always did rescue work. All my dogs have been, my first dog was King Dog. King Dog was when I was a little girl, and I seen this collie look like Lassie back then. And I said, ooh, that dog's loose. I went in the fridge and got a piece of bologna, and I said, you want to come over here and visit me? And I adopted my first dog with a piece of Oscar Mayer bologna. And so I have a very big passion for dogs and animals, and not so much cats. I'm sorry, guys, but it's a dog thing, and horses and other things. But Tiffany was a huge advocate, very passionate for dogs, and she did rescues. Her last dog was Simba Girl, and Simba had been hit by a car, left pretty much for dead on the side of a road. And someone jumped in, did a rescue quick. Tiffany was working for Dr. Bystrom in Manatee County, still operates as our island vet. And Tiffany got word, and she says, I'm going to rescue that dog. And I thought, Tiffany, she's hurt. Her hindquarters have been hit hard. And she's like, oh, we'll get her fixed. Okay. So Simba came into our world, and so when I do things outreach for Tiff's initiative, I try to incorporate the areas that she was very passionate about, and animals being one. So then I came into contact with Animal Network here in Manatee County, and I was at a rummage sale. And the girls were there, and they were raising money for their nonprofit animal shelter. And I told them about Tiff, and they're like, wow, this is cool. So we started talking. We started meeting and chit-chatting and stuff, and they said, well, a lot of us are single. And if I was hurt in an accident, rushed to an emergency room, I might be unresponsive, in a coma, something like that, or whatever, worse, whatever. But how would anybody know that there's a pet in my home? Mm-hmm. So that's opened a whole new door to the importance of registering, because if nobody knows that there's a pet in the house, that dog, cat, whatever it is, may not get fed, watered, taken outside. For how long?
Right.
So now that's another avenue, and these women have spoke about lobbying the state of Florida to somehow put something on the emergency contact registration page, adding that there is a pet in the home. And I don't know how that's going to work or anything, but that's a seed has been planted, and that's what we do. We plant seeds all over the place. So
right.
That's what we're up against right now, Miss Patty.
Okay. Well, this program has touched millions and millions of lives. Right now you're in 9 states, right?
Yes.
9 states.
And Texas is coming up next. They're going live September 1st.
Okay.
And when I talk to Texas, they say, well, after Texas gets on board, and I don't know why this is, because I'm not into politics or anything like that, but they said it kind of sets the wheel in motion where other states are gravitating. They're like, if Texas did it, we're doing it. If that's honesty, I don't know, but they feel pretty confident
it sounds
in what
good.
they're talking about.
Sounds good.
Well, It does sound good, and they feel California will roll right after them. And California, from what I've been told, sets procedures for especially the highway patrols. So, this is done as a tool. When you register with TIF's initiative, this is a tool for law enforcement, because when you go online, like if you're in the state of Florida, it would be to inform families first. But you can register in other states. Let me see if I can make this kind of nice and tight for you. So when you go to To Inform Families First, you're going to see all the states that are participating right now. Mm-hmm. So for Florida, when you hit Florida, if you're listening here and you're in Florida and you want to register, you click the state of Florida, and it takes you right into our Florida Highway Safety Motor Vehicle website, our DMV. If you're in another state participating, go to Inform Families First, click on your state, and their DMV, BMV, Department of Registry website opens up, and you can register right there. Or another cool thing is that you can share the link to Inform Families First with those that may be living in the states, family, loved ones, friends, whatever it is, that are now participating. And you can say, do you know that you can put emergency contacts in your license, like in Kentucky and Colorado and Indiana? And I have friends there. Oh, my gosh, very cool. Let me send them this link. So it's directly connected to the DMV, BMV. Each state seems to have a little different name after that for their motor vehicles. Mm-hmm. But what it is, when you do register, this information goes into the databases. So if you look at a driver's license, on the back there's a magnetic strip or an embedding. Behind that is databases. Databases are holding information. So when you register the information, you don't have to get a new license or anything. You can do it right here as I'm talking to you. You say, I'm going to Inform Families First right now, and I'm going to register. That information gets stored in that database, and it just sits there. It's just stored. But if you're hurt in an accident or an emergency or something, we just did a blog on To Inform Families First. We have a twice-a-month blog that comes out, and the topic was stroke, because stroke gives no warnings, and it's on you, and it can paralyze you. It can cripple you. It can take your voice away or whatever. Can cause an accident, whatever. But law enforcement will simply show up at whatever emergency it is where you are unresponsive, that you're not able to say, for Christine, contact Derek or contact her sister Barbara in Milwaukee because I'm unresponsive. They'll take that license, scan it like a credit card right in their vehicle, and the emergency contacts that you've put in as your personal emergency contacts come up as a tool for law enforcement. They see it, and they're saying, Christine wants us to call Derek, and they want us to call Barbara. And that's how it will work personally for you. Mm-hmm. So I hope that's clear enough understanding that people get that vision. This is not a new license. It takes 2 minutes of your time, and we really do have 2 minutes for such an important mission. Remember, you will not be notified. You just won't, because law enforcement doesn't know who to notify or contact unless you provide something for them to go with. Right. And it makes common sense to me. I mean, it's just common sense. Well, don't they know that already? People ask me, don't they know that already? How would they know Derek is my son? How would they know that? How would they know where his address is? How would they know his cell number? How would they know that unless you provide it for them? Right. So that's kind of, TIF's initiative in a nutshell. And, the hope is to take this, outside of Florida, of course, across our nation to every single person, every family in the United States of America. But why stop there? Let's take it around the globe. Because right now there's an emergency situation going on. Something's happening, and you see it on the news all the time. And there may be a family, a mother, a loved one that won't be notified for at least 6 hours. But when we have a solution, we need to get that solution to the people that are waiting to hear about it.
That's right. So, well, Christine,
so that's where we're heading with this.
I'm so glad you were here, and our time went by so quick, but your story is so powerful, and I just want to thank you for being with us, and I want to let everybody know how they can contact you. So again, everybody, we've been listening to Christine OLSON from To Inform Families First. She's the founder and president, and her webpage is toinformfamiliesfirst.org. And as she said, it takes 2 minutes to go on there and register, which could be one of the most important things you do. So, Christine, we literally have like 1 minute left if you want to add anything before we say goodbye.
Well, this show is all revolved around the pets, and your pets, I loved every single one of my dogs, and so do it for yourself. We are looking for opportunities to get the news and awareness out of TIF's initiative. We encourage you can email me at Christine@helptif.org or through the website toinformfamiliesfirst.org. Contact me. Let's collaborate and think of creative ideas to get it to your community, your friends, your family, wherever they may live. But we have to do this together. This is not one mother doing this. This is all of us joining hands and getting this solution to the families that are waiting.
Oh, thanks so much, Christine. I really appreciate it. So for now,
you're welcome, Patty. Thank you.
You're welcome. So until next time, everybody, remember that a lost pet can't tell anyone where it lives. So please be sure your pet is microchipped and wearing its ID tags. And if it is chipped, that chip get registered properly. I'm your host, Patty Giarrusso, and this has been Let's Talk Pets on Society Bites Radio. And we thank Christine Olson again from To Inform Families First. Thanks for joining us today. And until next time, take care and keep your pets safe.